Good morning, friends. In today's period, we are going to study the marketing research. This is the last topic of your syllabus. What is the exact meaning of marketing research? Why it is important? And what are the stages or steps in the marketing research? All these points we have to study here. And also we have to consider what is the area or special areas of the marketing research also we have to study. It means that in which areas marketing research is possible. All those areas also we have to study in this unit. Okay. Now try to understand what is the exact meaning of marketing research. Marketing research plays a key role in the marketing management. With the ever increasing complexity of the business and marketing activities, the importance of marketing research has been growing. Nowadays, marketing research has emerged as a highly specialized function of marketing management. It aids and formulate of the marketing mix, which is based on marketing research. The decisions regarding various components of the marketing mix, such as product, pricing, place, and promotion. It means that these are four P's. We can say these are four P's. First P is product, second, pricing, third, place, and the last, promotion. It can be considered in research also. Now, marketing research. What do you mean? What is the exact meaning? Marketing research is a systematic search for marketing information. Try to understand. Marketing research is a systematic search for marketing information. The chief purpose of marketing research. Why marketing research is done? The main purpose of marketing research is to know about the customers, dealers, product, especially consumer buying behavior, buying motives, consumer loyalty, demand analysis, the impact of advertisement on buying decisions, customers' reactions to price changes, competitive position of the brand in the market, consumer brand preference, potential market size, distribution cost analysis, problems of selling, market segments, seasonal trends, consumer satisfaction, efficacy of sales promotion measures, assessment of strength and weaknesses of the competitors, estimations of potential markets for new product, and so on and so forth. These are the chief objectives of marketing research. These are the chief objectives, main objectives of marketing research. It means that why marketing research is conducted. For fulfilling the above objectives, marketing research can be conducted there. Thus, marketing research implies the systematic study. Try to understand. Marketing research implies the systematic study undertaken to explore the problems of marketing. More specifically, marketing research is systematic, objective, and exhaustive research or exhaustive search for the study of the facts relevant to any problems in the field of marketing. Systematic collection, analysis, and interpretation of data or information is the main task done under marketing research. Try to understand. What are the main tasks? There are different types of the tasks in the marketing research. First is systematic collection. You have to collect the data systematically. Then you have to analyze that data. It means analysis. And you have to interpret that data. Analysis and interpretation of data or information is the main task done under marketing research. Try to understand. It means that all these activities are also done in the marketing research. Now we have to understand the different types of the definitions. given by the some authors, some experts, some marketing experts. Okay, some of the important definitions of the marketing research I have given below. First definition is given by the American Marketing Association. According to American Marketing Association, marketing research is the systematic gathering, recording. It means that systematic gathering of the data, recording and analysis of the data about problems relating to marketing of goods and services. This definition is given by American Marketing Association. Try to understand. Uh, do you understand? Is per the opinion or as per the opinion of this definition, you can understand marketing research is nothing but a systematic gathering. Your gathering of data should be systematic. Recording and analysis of data about the problems relating to the marketing of goods and services. Then another definition is given by Dr. Philip Kotler, famous marketing author, okay, famous marketing thinker. According to his opinion, marketing research is systematic problem analysis. Marketing research is the systematic problem analysis, model building, and fact finding for the purpose of information or for the purpose of important decision making and control in the marketing of goods and services. This definition is also given by the Philip Kotler. In this definition also you will understand systematic problem analysis. There should be system and accordingly you have to analyze the problem. Then model building and fact finding for the purpose of important decision making and control in the marketing of the goods and services. Okay, another definition also I have given here, and that definition is of Clerk and Clark. Okay, marketing research is careful and objective study of product design, markets, and such transfer activities as physical distribution, warehousing, advertising, and sales management. According to these fellows, what is the marketing research? What do you mean by marketing research? Marketing research is the careful and objective study of the product design, markets, and such transfer activities as physical distribution, warehousing, advertising, and sales management. This definition is also given by the Clark and Clark. Okay. Another definition is also given here, Harry Hepner. Marketing research is the inclusive term. What is it? Marketing research is the inclusive term which embraces all research activities carried on for the management of marketing work, the gathering, recording, and analysis of all facts about problems relating to the transfer and sale of goods and services from the producer to consumer. Okay, what is included in this definition? Marketing research is inclusive term. That is inclusive term. What is the inclusion in that term? Number of points are also included there. What are those? For the management, for the social purpose, for the consumer purpose, for the customer purpose also all terms are included here. For example, marketing work, the gathering of the data, analysis of the facts about the problems relating to the transfer and sale of goods and services from the producer to consumer. All these aspects are included in the marketing research according to Harry Hepner. Okay, these are the important definitions I have given here. Now we have to study very important task of the very important aspect of the marketing research. What is it? The process of marketing research. It means that there are different types of these steps you have to follow when you are going to conduct the marketing research. And what are those steps? Those steps also we have to study here. First is there identification of the problem. Now, marketing research you have to understand, and marketing research process also you have to understand. In marketing research process, some points you have to consider here. Marketing research process begins with the identification of the problem faced by the firm. The researcher should know the basic problem. He must have a clear-cut idea in the minds as to what is exactly needed. Understanding the problem may in itself involve some exploratory research. As the result of the or the as the research is a costly process, try to understand, as the research is a costly process involving time, energy, and money. The obvious definition of the problem is of crucial importance in marketing research. Clear definition of the problem, try to understand. Clear definition of the problem. After identification of the problem, you have to follow the next step, that is defining the problem. Now, clear definition of the problem helps the researcher in setting the proper research objectives. It means that there should be clear definition in the minds of the researcher about the research problem for the formulation of proper research objectives. The sampling procedure to be followed, the determination of techniques to be used, and data to be collected. After identifying the problem, try to understand. After identifying the problem, the researcher formulate the detailed research plan. He has to formulate detailed research plan. It also helps in determining the exact information needed for the research. It means that what type of exact information is needed for the research. For that purpose also, he has to prepare the research plan. Okay, and that plan is also help for determining the exact information needed for the research. For example, a study of consumer behavior towards the purchase of luxury goods and services. It is clearly defined the problem. Try to understand. This is clearly defined problem which may initiate the process of marketing research. Try to understand. It means that with the help of this problem, you can understand the clear idea about the research, which may initiate the process of marketing research. The review of earlier studies, try to understand. The review of earlier studies conducted on similar areas are taken to be identified and define the exact research problem. It means that when you are going to define the research problem, at that time you have to refer the same research which is conducted in the different areas. Okay, and with the help of that information also you can identify and you can define the exact research problem. Try to understand. Then when the marketing problem is clearly identified, defined, and conceptualized, it is known as the statement of problem. It means that you have to statement of research and you have to prepare statement of research. Before preparation of the statement of research, you have to identify the statement of problem. In order to obtain the accurate result, the marketing problem should be properly defined. For getting the accurate result, your marketing problem should be defined properly and should be analyzed properly. Wrong or improperly defined problems misdirects the research. Try to understand. That's why your problem should be defined clearly. Then next step you have to follow the statement of research. After identification of the problem, or after identifying and defining the problem, the researcher makes the formal statement of research objectives. Try to understand. Formal statement of research objectives. Research objectives may be stated in qualitative or quantitative terms. They may be expressed as research questions or hypothesis. Hypothesis is a statement, try to understand. Hypothesis is a statement which can be supported or refuted by empirical findings. For example, to study the impact of advertisement on the buying motives of the consumers in respect of luxury goods and services is the research objective. While there is an association between customer or consumer, income and consumption of luxury goods and services is the hypothesis. What is the hypothesis? Income and consumption of luxury goods and services is the hypothesis based on the analysis of empirical data. The hypothesis may be proved or disproved. It means that hypothesis may be proved or disproved. Then another next step is also developing research design. Once the objectives and researches, once you have decided the objectives, those are developed, the researcher is ready to choose the research design. A research design, what is the exact meaning of research design? You have to understand. Research design is a systematic approach that researcher uses to conduct the scientific study. A research design is a master plan which specifies the procedure for collecting the and analysis of the data. It represents the framework for the research plan of action. The objectives includes in the research design ensure that the data collected are relevant to the objectives. Now you have to follow the next step, that is also a collection of the data. When you are going to collect the data, you have to decide the sources of data, the data collection methods, the sampling and the possible time and cost of research, etc. There are different research designs such as exploratory research design, descriptive research design, explanatory research design and evaluation research design, etc. The research design includes, try to understand, the research design includes samples from whom the data are to be collected. Samples implies a part or units of the population selected for the study. Sample has to be representative of all characteristics of the population. For example, for studying the consumer behavior towards the purchase of luxury goods and services, the people using luxury goods and services will be the population. It may be very large in size. Therefore, some people from this population should be scientifically selected as a sample. This sample must be representation of all essential characteristics of population, such as geographical characteristics, gender and age characteristics, income, occupational and such other characteristics. For determination of appreciation and appropriate sample size, the suitable formulated data should be there. Wrong sample and insufficient sample size renders the study unsystematic, unscientific and useless. That's why you have to develop the research design in proper manner. Okay. Then next step you have to follow, that is data collection. The data collection, what is the exact meaning of data collection? The collection of data relates to the gathering of the facts to be used in solving the given marketing problems. There are two types of the data. One is primary data while the other is secondary data. The data collected from the concerning reports, magazines and other periodicals, especially written articles, government publications, company publications, books, etc. are secondary data. And data can be primary if it is collected from the original base through empirical research by means of various tools such as observation, interviews, and questionnaire. Again, the data can be collected from internal or external sources, or internal and external sources. Internal sources includes the data collected from salespersons, reports, accounting departments, etc. Whereas external sources implies the data collection from the any source outside of the firm. Relevant, precise, factual, and enough data have to be collected to generate the fruitful results. It means that data collection, this is the important step in the research. Okay. Then next step we have to follow data processing and analysis. Try to understand. After collection of the data, you have to make process, or you have to process that data and analyze that data. This is the next stage. The data collected through the primary or secondary, and primary and secondary sources have to be tabulated and processed. Data processing begins with the editing of the data and its coding. Editing involves inspecting the data collection forms for the omission, legibility, and consistency in classification. Before tabulation, responses needed to be classified into meaningful categories. The coding process facilitates the manual or computer tabulation of the data. Now, analysis of the data refers to the application of logic to the understanding of data. The appropriate analytical tools and techniques are applied to understand the exact meaning of data. The statistical analysis may range from simple immediate analysis to very complex multivariate analysis. In short, the data are classified and tabulated into statistical summarization. They may be in percentage, may be in average, may be in ratios, may be in standard deviations, may be in coefficients of the variations, may be with the help of correlation, regression, association, etc. so as to give the greatest value in the interpretation. Correct interpretation of the data. Try to understand. Correct interpretation of the data makes the research meaningful and useful. Regression analysis is the widely used. Try to understand. Regression analysis is widely used statistical tool which allows the researcher to estimate the relationship between dependent variable and one or more independent variables, and to determine whether or not one variable causes changes in another. To have in-depth and rigorous analysis of the hypothesis of the study are tested with the help of the certain statistical tools. There are different types of the statistical tools are there for testing the hypothesis. For example, chi-square, F-test, T-test, and all others. Now, next step is there you have to follow, and that will be the last stage. That is drawing conclusion. Drawing conclusions, preparing and presenting the report. This is the last stage of the research process. Okay, it is the final stage in the marketing research. Here, based on the empirical analysis of conclusions are drawn, which are useful for making decisions about the given marketing problems. After that, the researcher has to communicate the findings, conclusions in the formal way along with the recommendations or suggestions. The report should be clearly and effectively communicate the research findings. Try to understand such type of precaution you have to take. The report should be clearly and effectively communicated the research findings and conclusions to the management. Researcher must make the presentation theoretically. That presentation should be accurate, understandable, and useful, and must avoid the complications and technological jargon. Okay, these are the different steps in the research process of the marketing. Okay, with the help of all these process, you have to understand the research. Okay, you have to develop the research, you have to complete the research, you have to follow all these steps, research steps, and you have to complete your marketing research. Now, what are the areas or what is the scope of marketing research? That scope also we have to understand. Scope includes different types of the areas of marketing research. Those areas also I have mentioned in this chart. How many areas are there? There are 5 areas of the marketing research. First, consumer research. This research is especially conducted for the consumer. It means that what type of consumers are there, what is the status of that consumer, what is the social level of that consumer, what type of income of the consumer is there. All such demographic information you have to collect for the conducting the consumer research. And after conducting the consumer research information, or after conducting the demographic information of the customer, you can conduct the research also effectively. It means that consumer research includes different types of the aspects. Consumer research includes different types of the consumers also, customers also, and those types you have to study in detail in consumer research. And this is the first area of marketing research. Second area we have to understand market research. It means that what are the types of the market you have to study, or what is the type of market that particular area you have to study. It means that you have to study the research, you have to study about the marketing research. In this research you have to collect the information about the market. It means that whether that market is a rural market, whether that market is urban market, what is the type of that market. It means that there are different types of the markets are also there, and accordingly you have to conduct the research. That's why second area of the marketing research is market research. Market indicates the place, don't forget at all, and with the help of that place also you can conduct the research. Then another area is also their product research. About that product also you can conduct research activity. For example, quality of the product, size of the product, shape of the product, design of the product, packing of the product, packaging of the product, information about that product. All such things you have to consider when you are going to conduct the research about product. It means that product research, this is also main area of the marketing research, and that is included in it. Then another area you have to study sales research. You have to conduct the research about the sales. What type of sales activities you can conduct for the making effective sales also. It means that you have to conduct the sales research. And the last scope you have to understand, last area of the marketing research you have to understand, that is advertising and sales promotional research. It means that in case of advertisement also you have to conduct the research. Your advertisement should be effective, okay, because you are going to incur lot of amount for that advertisement, and for that purpose your advertisement should be effective. And for that purpose also you have to conduct the research whether your advertising is effectively or not, okay, whether your advertisement is clearly easily understood by the customer or not. All such things you should have to understand here, okay. It means that your advertisement should be useful, your advertisement should be helpful for improvement of your activities, for increment of your sales also. Then another important aspect is also included there, that is sales promotional research. Sales promotional activities also you have to conduct, and about those activities you have to conduct the research, and that research is called sales promotional research. What is it? Sales promotional research. You have to understand. In this way, all these aspects are included in the marketing research. Try to understand. There are different types of the aspects, and those aspects I have mentioned in this chart within these 5 points. And with the help of these 5 points, you can understand the scope of marketing research or areas of marketing research. In this way, you have to study the topic of marketing research. If any difficulty is there, if any query will be there in your mind, you can contact me or you can visit me, because I have given here my email also, and my cell numbers are also you are having there. Okay. Thank you very much.